Today I'm taking a seemingly simple cocktail, the bee's knees, and showing you how I perfected it. Now, of course, perfection, taste is subjective. So this is perfect for me. It may not be perfect for you, but I'm going to show you a few tips that you can undertake to find your perfect bee's knees. Now, the bee's knees, to start with, is a 3-ingredient cocktail. It's incredibly simple, and it consists of gin, honey, and lemon juice. Now, the original ratios called for 2 parts gin, 1 part lemon juice, and 1 part honey. But today I'm going to make a few slight adjustments for my taste. Let's start by making a honey syrup. I'm using an orange blossom honey from the Adelaide Hills. I'm doing it by volume. So I'm going to do 3 parts honey to 1 part water. If you do it by volume, you're going to end up with a syrup that's roughly about 67 brix, which is a rich syrup. If you do it by weight, it's going to be closer towards about 60 to 62 brix, which is a semi-rich syrup. So I'm going to measure out 300 milliliters of honey and add 100 ml of hot water. Not boiling, 70 degrees is probably ideal. One part water. Stir to combine and transfer into a Crew Supply bottle. Whilst Crew Supply isn't a sponsor of today's video, you can purchase one of their bottles through my Steve the Bartender marketplace, which does go to support the channel. Honey syrup, good to go. Now this brings me on to my next point, which is the gin that you choose to use. Now originally it called for a dry gin, a London dry gin, but I like to lean into something that's more citrus or floral focused, considering that we're using honey as one of the ingredients. So you could use something like a blood orange gin, or if you're in the States, there's a company, Caledonian Spirits, Bar Hill Gin, and they finish their gin with honey. That's also a great option. In my case, I'm using a local distiller, Laneway Beverage Co. They do a hot honey gin, and it is excellent. So it is made, I'm going to read the label for this one to make sure I get it right, from honeycomb, saltbush, guandong, which is kind of like a native peach here in Australia, elderflower, and then it's finished with Adelaide Hills honey, jalapeno, and Carolina Reaper peppers. So it's got that sweet, spicy character. 2 ounces, 60 ml of your preferred gin, hot honey gin. It's really good. And then your honey syrup. So in my case, because I'm measuring it by volume, a 3-to-1 ratio, I'm only doing half an ounce, 15 ml. The original recipe did call for 2 parts gin, 1 part honey, 1 part lemon juice, but I'm reducing it because this is a sweeter version of the honey syrup. The reason I do it like this is because there's more honey in there, there's less water, and then the shelf life is longer. Fresh lemon juice. Lemon juice, 1 ounce, 30 ml. And then thirdly, 2 drops of saline solution. It's going to make those flavors pop. That saline is 4 parts molten salt to 1 part water by weight. Not much of a wash line on this, but that's okay with me. If you'd like to, you can garnish this with a twist of lemon. I'm going to leave it ungarnished. The bee's knees, the perfected bee's knees. Really well balanced, a strong, prominent flavor of honey, and then you get this underlying spicy note from the hot honey gin. That plays perfectly in this drink. If you don't have a hot honey gin, say if you're in the States and you're using Bar Hill, their honey finished gin, or however you want to call it, you can also use a chili bitters, add a couple of dashes, and then you'll get that heat to complement the honey as well, and you'll have your own hot honey bee's knees, much like this one. Whilst I'm not necessarily saying that you have to go out and use this particular gin, I'm just recommending that you use either a citrusy or floral, or a citrusy and floral gin, and that'll pair really nicely in this particular drink because you've got those floral notes from the honey. You've already got lots of citrus in there from the lemon. And if you're not a fan of gin, then you can also make tweaks on it. You can use a Cuban rum and make a honeysuckle. You can change that over to an aged Jamaican rum and make a honey bee, or you can change it to a bourbon whiskey and then serve it over ice, and then you've got one of my favorite cocktails, the Gold Rush. There's so many options. It's versatile. Honey is a fantastic ingredient. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.